Well, there's a chill in the air, the leaves are on the ground, and there's a bunch of dead kokanee in the creek. And some ducks macking for some sunflower seeds. Must be fall. Anyway, on to the video. Hey there, Bourbon Street Joe here, and yeah, that kind of happened since I filmed that intro. So it has snowed. It's now wintry. Yippee. Anyway, I'll try to make this brief because I don't want to freeze my butt off in here because, again, it's unheated and it's kind of chilly. This one, I think this should be the first brown bag that I've done on the channel. I think I'll annotate that in editing, whether I probably am wrong, but anyway. So we have a meal ready to eat individual menu number 6. Frankfurters with bean component, not for pre-flight use or flight use, accessory pack E by the Southern Package and Storage Company, incorporated in Mullins, South Carolina. Yep. It's the 4 fingers of death. We're going to try that today. This is not to be confused, of course, with 5-finger death punch or the weird finger thing in the fist of the Northern Star. Hopefully I can get a picture of that up there. Both creepy. Anyway, we're going to spin around, go down over here, and crack this sucker open and see what we're dealing with. Be right back. Alrighty then. Yeah, I had no idea what that was about. Yeah, I got it off eBay. I can't remember when exactly. I've had it in my collection for a while, so anyway, we're dealing with 642 grams, or 1 pound 6.6 ounces. And like I said, I think this is the only brown ration I own. It does have a tear notch, so maybe we'll try that. This is I don't want to say like a rite of passage really with ration reviewers, but most people have attempted to do this ration or have done this ration. Yep, it tears down to about that. Just open it up. Let's see if my snoz can. That smells like absolutely nothing, which may be a good sign. We have our accessory pouch. Bit of delamination on that. Not much. Coffee. Cream substitute, sugar, candy, ketchup, hot sauce, salt, chewing gum, matches, and toilet paper. And this is by Supacco Incorporated, Mullins, South Carolina. Doesn't have cigarettes, so it's yeesh. Beans with tomato sauce, packaged for Supacco. I will have to take a look at this code. I'm not exactly sure what the heck that is. 85th day of $1987, maybe. So we have beans with tomato sauce, beans, water, tomato paste, sugar, corn oil, salt, modified food starch, onion powder, garlic powder, cinnamon, allspice, cloves, mace, and pepper. 5 ounces or 142 grams. It does have metric on it, so that's interesting. That is the most oddly textured package I think I have ever seen. It is, yeah, there's a feel to it. Beans with tomato sauce. Yep. 7085 is what it lists. So, tear notch there. It's not delaminated as the accessory pouch, so that's interesting. IPC Packers Incorporated, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Grape jelly, 1 ounce, 28.35 grams. That is liquid. We have a beverage base cherry with ascorbic acid. In other words, vitamin C. 1.2 ounces or 34 grams by Stellar Industries Incorporated, Des Plaines, Illinois. Dissolve contents of envelope in 12 ounces of cold water. Water just chemically purified to stand for 30 minutes before adding beverage powder. Oh, that is actually, I think it's powder as opposed to a brick. We have our cocoa beverage powder type 1 fortified 1 1/2 ounce net by Copac Incorporated, P.O. Box 230, Moments, Illinois. Add contents to 6 fluid ounces or 1/4 of a canteen cup of water. For hot cocoa, add contents to hot water and stir until dissolved. For cold cocoa, mix 1 fluid ounce water to make smooth paste and then add remainder of cold water. Stir until blended. It's still powder. We got crackers by Southern Package and Storage Company Incorporated, Mullins, South Carolina. Those are a little bendy. Hard as a board, so the seal's good on those. So what's in there? I should maybe say that in a small voice, not a strangled voice, but yeah, that's an early MRE type spoon. And our main attraction, beef frankfurters, waters, beef water, salt, paprika, sodium ascorbate flavoring, and sodium nitrate. 4 ounces, USDA approved, inspected, I guess. Distributed by the Pillsbury Company, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Like Pillsbury Doughboy? Pillsbury Doughboy? To that sort of doughboy? Oh, all right. It's a little smeary, but 29017 alpha 041 alpha, maybe. That means absolutely nothing to me, so I don't know. 4 ounces, 113 grams, and that is going to be about 1 ounce per frankfurter. Or, if we want to be a 12-year-old child, wiener. Yep, there's your wieners. Gonna right side up here. Frankfurters 29017A. That's really, maybe kind of vaguely. There's glare. That just makes it disappear if I do that. Yeah, I don't know if that's, again, 1987, 29th day of the first month, maybe? I don't know, but these have not delaminated either, so that's, yeah. I will get these heating up We'll open that, make that, make that. I'll heat that up with that. And then we'll get into our accessory pouch and see what our meal's going to be like. Be right back. Okay, so I got this measured out properly. We got our 12 ounces of cold water for our cherry beverage base. That is an interesting shade of red. A bit of clumping, but nothing too bad. We'll use our provided spoon. Cherry everywhere. 6 ounces for our cocoa beverage powder. I don't think this does have a tear notch. And if it does, I can't see it. Nope. As I somehow find it. All right. Oh, there's some age to that, and I think a bit of sourness. I'm not sure if that has... It probably has milk solids in it, so that could be a little sketch. Just gotta keep bumping the camera, don't I? Hang on. Ugh. There, give myself some room to work. Oh, that is just... Even though that is boiling water, it's just clumped. Maybe I should have done the paste method. That's not too bad, even though it's kind of sticking to the bottom a bit too. It's almost like doing a Norwegian or a mountain house or something. Make sure you scrape all the corners because nastiness will ensue. Our accessory pouch. And I did go to MREinfo.com. If that code is a 7, it's a 1987. Oh God. Chocolate fudge, 1 3/4 ounces by the Falcon Candy Company in Philadelphia, PA. Oh my. Okay, it said candy. That's bum fluff. This is not Lighthouse. GR Bay WI Toughco. Green Bay? Greater Green Bay, maybe? Green Bay, Wisconsin? Made by Toughco out of Green Bay, Wisconsin? Maybe. Huh. dump this all out, I guess. We have some chlorophyll gum, I think. Like, if anybody remembers Clorets. Those are still actually available in Japan. Clorets. Tabasco. And that is still liquid after damn near 30 years. Wow. That's okay. We have some white tip matches. D.D. Bean and Son, North Carolina Incorporated. And let's see, after all that time. Yep, they write. They write, they light. Huh. How about that? Even after all these years. Interesting. We have ketchup, dehydrated 7 grams. Use dry or reconstitute in envelope by adding 2 teaspoonfuls of water. Transpackers Services, Brooklyn, New York. Transpackers is still packaging MRE stuff, as I remember. Coffee instant type 1, 2.2 grams net with ascorbic acid dissolved in 8 ounces of water. I will do that. And yet I give myself room to work, and I still bump the camera. And well, at least I got it in the cup. I guess that's something. This, of course, is a very fine spray dry coffee. I'm going to try that without anything in it. We have some iodized salt. We have some sugar by Amstar Corporation, New York, New York. Our non-dairy creamer dry is 4 grams by National Packaging Corporation. Corporation, I think. Decatur, Alabama. Decatur, Alabama. We have 4 grams of iodized salt by the Diamond Crystal Salt Company out of Wilmington, Massachusetts. Salt, sodium, silico-aluminate, tricalcium phosphate, dextrose, and potassium iodide. And I gotta try the ketchup. I know it says in the pouch, but I think I'm gonna try it. Just because the pouch is super full. I don't want to risk making it, well, I'll probably make a friggin' mess anyway, but. It smells like ketchup. Yeah, it smells like ketchup chips. If you haven't had those, then that may be a little confusing to you, but here in Canada, they are quite the thing. You know, it says 2 teaspoons of I'm not 100% sure that's 2 teaspoons exactly, but Might be a little thick. Just add a smudge more. My gosh, that looks like ketchup. And whatever's in there is obviously rehydrating or reconstituting, because it doesn't have that grainy sound to it when I start. Oh boy. Well, it's not Heinz, but yeah. Wow. This is so bizarre. Wow. I am not going to go through all my videos to see if I've ever tried a coffee instant type 1 before, but I can see why people rave about that. That's just a mellow cup of instant coffee. It's not sour, it's not bitter. Yeah, not bothering. Maybe obviously not the salt, duh. You know what? I will. Just to, now that I've tasted it and I know what it tastes like just by itself. That's actually a very, very enjoyable cup of coffee. Like, very enjoyable cup of coffee. Oh, wait. You know what? We're going to go with sugar, because that's what our creamer non-dairy looks like. It kind of looks like caramel, non-dairy. You know what? Perhaps just set that to the side for now. Give our coffee a stir. Doesn't really need the sugar, but you know what? I'm just gonna maybe just a little tiny sip, because yeah, that's kind of weird, but is it metallic flavor? Yeah, it's got a weird something to it, I can tell you that. No, thank you. Cherry beverage. That's friggin' Kool-Aid. That's straight up sweetened Kool-Aid. Get our American mess tin, as is only fitting for our American pork and beans. Basically, I guess is what you would call, oops, a little bit of liquid there. Okay. Oh, duh. Oh, okay, that's not the pork and beans. That's the pork part of it, not the bean part of it. Those are Artificial smoke in there, that's for sure. I think maybe pause for one small second here. And I know that this is really not going to make any friggin' difference. If there's something wrong with these, there's probably enough pathogens in there to make me ill. Whether I remove that hot dog water. Was it New York Dirty Dogs? I like it's dirty water hot dogs are everywhere. I think there was one in New Orleans too. Never did have it, but okay, now the delamination crinkly bit starts. And I, of course, squeeze these down to one end and then realize that I squeeze them towards the opening end. So I had to squeeze them down to the other end. So if they're a little squishy and worse for wear, that's on me, not on the packager. It just looks like beans and tomato sauce to me. Though I prefer beans in tomato sauce with molasses and pork. But hey, again, that's just me. A little tangy, but like not in a weird, like sour kind of way. Some more of our cherry. Yeah, that's just straight up Kool-Aid. You know what's going to happen, but let's see if it does. It did, slightly, but it did. Oh my heavens. Oh, wow. Okay, hang on. Need to try to extract these delicately, if possible. Cut her down that side. Cut her down that side. Because I can tell the bottom cracker has crumbled, but oh my stars and garters. I don't know if I can get the... I just want to get it out in one piece. Come on, please. Please, one piece. Because that is a thing of freaking beauty. Look at that. Yeah, it's cracked and it's probably going to crumble too, but look at... Wow. Like... probably not edible by the smell of it, but look at that. Like that's look at the toast on that too. Like that's a beautiful cracker, even if it tastes like, probably gonna taste like friggin' bleach. That is an unsalted cracker. It smells stale. I mean, it's 28 years old. It's not rancid. Nope. It's just a 28-year-old cracker. It's kind of... Not sure what that's going to look like coming out of there. Or how it's going to come out of there. It's, yeah. Is that goop everywhere? It is pretty much, it's grape jelly, but it's like black. Oh. That is sweet. Oh. It tastes like Smucker's. Like, not identical, obviously, but yeah. It's good. Wow. Just to be sitting down to a 28-year-old meal and to have, well, most of it. And I did boil these for a good 10 minutes. That tastes like metal. I'm not sure if there's an underlying something to that. Might be a bit of bitterness or something. I may just hold off on eating any more of that. Oh, that has no texture. A little smoky, kind of sour tasting. Maybe not in a super weird way, but yeah, like you can just, yeah, that's just falling apart. What the hell? Got a pork and beans experience here. Is what it is. 30-year-old pork and beans, pretty much. And what the hell? Yeah. There you go. That ketchup definitely has a lot more spice to it. And by spice, I don't mean spicy. I mean like the nutmeg, the cloves, the mace, the allspice that's in it. Yeah. Wow. I'm not going to eat any more of that, though. I'm just going to be cautious. Yeah, I've got 2 days off, but I'd really rather not be ill for the whole thing. There is still a bit of, I think it's bitterness that's coming out of those beans. Yeah, and like I said, there's no texture to that, so. Chocolate fudge. Oh my. Sugar, partially hydrogenated oils, palm kernel, palm soy, cottonseed, corn syrup, non-fat milk, liquor chocolate, sorbitol, cocoa propylene glycol, sorbitan, monosterate, polysorbate, salt, egg albumin, lecithin. No, I don't know if this is enrobed in a fudge. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's just dipped in chocolate. Okay, that smells weird. Mm-mm. 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 Nope. Oh. Oh. Mm-mm. Oh, nope. That has definitely gone off in a hard way. Yes, I spit it out. I'm not. The taste is still floating around my mouth, though. Yeah. Anyway. Wait. See if we can get the taste out of my mouth. Because
Oh, that is unpleasant and just won't stop. Let's see butter. Said I'm pretty sure this is a chlorophyll gum. Nope. That's spearmint. It's definitely better than the fudge, though. And I don't like spearmint. Takes the taste out of my mouth. And our non-dairy creamer. And like I said, this was boiling water, so... yeah, good luck with that. I will be right back, and we'll do a weigh out. But again, 30 years old, just about. I'm blown away. I really am. Like, meh. Showing its age, crackers, that is woof. Same thing. Yikes. Kool-Aid, amazing coffee, and dehydrated ketchup. I love that. Anyway, we'll be right back. All right. It's reusable, so I'll throw it on here. What we did not. 35 grams or 1.2 ounces. And what we did. 124 grams or 4.3 ounces. Here's your garbage. And that was the Four Fingers of Death. I'm very glad I actually tried that. And I'm Bourbon Street Joe. And I'm out. Bye.